Could a single performance, a simple song stripped of stage lights and choreography, truly move millions of hearts across the world, including Jungkook's? This is the question that has left the entire ARMY community captivated and emotional. The moment unfolded on Weverse Live, where Kim Taehyung, known worldwide as V of BTS, surprised fans in a way no one expected. Instead of just chatting casually, as many assumed, he delivered an intimate rendition of one of BTS's most iconic tracks, Save Me. But it wasn't the polished stage version fans remembered from years ago. There were no backup dancers, no flashing lights, no booming instrumentals. It was simply Taehyung sitting down, letting his raw voice carry every ounce of emotion, as if he were singing directly to the hearts of those listening. What turned this performance into a viral storm, however, wasn't just Taehyung's vulnerability, it was Jungkook's reaction. The youngest member of BTS, often admired for his resilience and composure, was caught on camera with tears streaming down his face. That one image, Jungkook breaking down as Taehyung poured his soul into each note, instantly spread across social media and set the fandom ablaze with questions. Why did Jungkook cry? Why did this simple performance hit so deeply? Was there something unspoken hidden in the music? At first, fans had logged on to Weverse expecting a lighthearted livestream. Many thought Taehyung would chat about daily life or greet ARMY warmly before logging off. But instead, he chose Save Me, a song that holds extraordinary meaning in BTS's history. Originally released in 2016, the track became a symbol of inner battles, loneliness, and the desperate hope for connection. For years, ARMY and BTS alike have seen it as an anthem of survival. Yet this time, Taehyung revived it differently. With only his voice filling the silence, it felt like an unfiltered plea, as though the pain and hope behind the lyrics were more real than ever. Could this rawness be what moved Jungkook to tears? Fans think so. The footage revealed that his crying wasn't a fleeting emotional moment. It was a genuine, heartfelt response that went far deeper than simply enjoying the performance. Almost immediately, hashtags like Taehyung Save Me and Jungkook crying trended across Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Clips of Taehyung singing the haunting line, "I want to breathe, I hate this night," gathered millions of views in just hours. ARMY across the globe wrote that Taehyung's voice sounded like a personal cry for help, a direct call to anyone who had ever felt the weight of despair. Jungkook's tears only amplified that intensity, leaving fans convinced there was a private, unspoken bond reflected in that moment. But was this simply a touching performance, or did it signify something deeper? To understand why the moment struck so hard, we must look back at BTS's journey. Save Me has always been more than a song. It is part of BTS's intricate storytelling universe, woven into music videos, webtoons, and dramas. The lyrics echo themes of turmoil, hopelessness, and the desperate need for rescue. When Taehyung chose to perform it in such a raw and vulnerable way, many felt he was reviving the original heart of the song, a cry from someone who knows pain intimately. And Jungkook, usually known for his strength and playful energy, showing such visible vulnerability stunned fans. Some believed he was overcome with memories of BTS's struggles during their early years, when survival in the industry was uncertain. Others felt his tears reflected the authenticity of Taehyung's delivery, as though the performance carried a private message meant only for him. Whatever the reason, his reaction became impossible to ignore. The world outside the fandom noticed too. Korean media described the moment as a reminder of the unbreakable emotional bond between BTS members, even while they are focused on solo careers and military duties. American outlets called it proof that BTS is more than a music group. They are a global emotional movement capable of stopping the world with one simple song. Fans around the globe expressed that this performance reconnected them to BTS's essence, making them feel as though time and distance had never existed. Yet controversy also followed. Critics accused the performance of being a calculated promotional move, a way to maintain BTS's relevance during their military hiatus. Online debates flared. But many ARMY fiercely rejected such claims, insisting that Jungkook's tears were far too genuine to be staged. To them, this was not strategy, it was sincerity. It was the bond between Taehyung, Jungkook, and ARMY revealing itself in real time. This raises a bigger question. What does this moment mean for BTS's future? Could Taehyung's performance be a spark to reignite the group's collective energy post-military service? Or is this emotional storm a subtle hint that something larger is brewing behind the scenes? ARMY, known for their deep analysis, began dissecting every lyric, every glance, every expression, convinced that nothing BTS does is without meaning. For them, this wasn't just a performance, it was a thread in a larger story. Regardless of speculation, one thing is undeniable. BTS continues to demonstrate that they are not ordinary idols. They are a cultural phenomenon capable of freezing the world with just an unpolished, heartfelt moment. Taehyung's voice, Jungkook's tears, and ARMY's overwhelming emotional response merged into a memory now etched permanently into fandom history. A night when Save Me came alive again, not just as a song, but as a timeless symbol of connection between BTS and their fans. Still, with all the viral attention, there was also a wave of misinformation. Sensational headlines claimed Taehyung's song was a hidden message to Jungkook, or that Jungkook's crying revealed secret conflicts between members. Clips were cut out of context, fueling speculation that distorted the truth. The reality is far simpler, yet far more beautiful. Live performances naturally bring out emotion, especially when tied to songs with deep history. Save Me has always been a piece of BTS's soul. Taehyung's decision to sing it so intimately was not a cryptic message or a promotional trick. It was an artist sharing a moment of vulnerability with his fans. Jungkook's tears should be seen in this light, the raw, genuine response of someone who has lived through every chapter of BTS's journey. His reaction reflected not conflict, but respect, gratitude, and the kind of bond that only years of shared sacrifice can create. The social media frenzy may have amplified the drama, but when stripped down, the truth shines through. This was a night of music and emotion. Nothing more, nothing less, and that is powerful enough on its own. In the end, what ARMY witnessed was not a staged event or a coded message. It was a sincere reminder of what BTS has always stood for: honesty, connection, and emotional truth. Taehyung's Save Me was not just a performance. It was a moment of vulnerability, a bridge between artist and fan. And Jungkook's tears were not signs of hidden drama, but proof of how deeply BTS's music resonates, even with the members themselves. This is what makes BTS extraordinary. Their ability to touch the world is not found in special effects or grand performances. It lies in their sincerity. That night on Weverse Live, Taehyung sang from his heart, Jungkook's emotions overflowed, and ARMY felt it all. No speculation or sensational headlines can take away the authenticity of that moment. It will be remembered as one of those rare times when the world stopped, and a simple song reminded millions why BTS's music will always be more than entertainment. It is a lifeline, a story, and a shared experience between the boys and the fans who love them.